up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. We are down here, honey. It's Friday. It's going to be a good day. I already said today. It's going to be a good mood. It's a happy Friday. We are down here. We're making a run real quick. And then we are going to head to our destination. So we don't have much to talk about. We're going to go on the blogs and see what's going on. And, just see what's happening on the blogs,
I sponsor the blog.
Let me tell you something.
I was actually just watching Rodney as I was leaving. Baby, he was talking about Nene getting a BBL. That is probably on our list of stories to talk about. Because Nene went the other day. But I saw Nene the other day. I posted it the other day. She was in a red cat suit. I was like, yes, Nene. She was like walking and like tipping, the girls tip. And she was tipping. I said, and she had on an all red cat suit. She looked good. But then we got some reports that say she's down to the needle. She's down to the nip tuck. So we'll see what Nene's gonna come out looking like. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do, honey. Do what you want to do to your bodies. As long as you don't get like crazy, But it's hard not to get crazy because you have an idea of yourself and an image. Girl, I thought that was the line. Honey. Hopefully the line is not too long, but if it is, you know what we do. So I thought that was the line. Okay, let's see. Is it not too long? Yeah, no, it's not too long. I need for you to pay attention what you're doing. All right, so let's see what we're going to talk about today. Let me turn Beyonce. There's so many homeless people, y'all. It really is. I don't know what's going on in this country. I don't. It's crazy. There's so many gaps. It's just so many gaps. And it's like, the gaps need to be there in order for it to run, which is really sad because it's really not needed. It's just the way that the system is set up. But one thing, I'll tell you one thing I do not like to see is a woman homeless with a man. I know she probably is around the man for protection in that way, but that would be the only reason. But to me, I feel like, I don't know. But, a lot of people, I was telling my son that a lot of people have undiagnosed mental illnesses that they can't function in a work environment, so they can't keep a job and therefore can't pay for housing or any type of shelter, and so they end up on the streets. I was telling him, it's really sad. It's really sad. That's the one thing that I get really upset about is when I see a woman and a man homeless together. That really chaps a girl's hide. But did y'all hear the Friday actress Angela Means cries discussing fans' negative reactions to her Felicia character? I see people saying, "Bye, you dirty bee." Who is talking like that to her? Why are they saying those things to her? Who would actually say something like that to the character? And then, like, Friday has been over like 20 something years. It's over 20 something years old. Why would maybe when it first started, maybe that's what she's talking about. I didn't completely hear the audio, because I'm like, what? People was calling you a dirty bee. I read it. It was on, I think it was on Hollywood Unlocked. The Kansas City pastor apologizes after calling his congregation broke for not buying him a watch. No context could erase the words that I used. The one thing that I heard him say when the recording started, I was like, that's the problem. I'll watch.
Morning, welcome to Starbucks. What can I start for you today?
Yes, may I have a hot grande dirty chai double with oat milk and 2 pumps of brown sugar?
By extra, how many pumps do you want in there?
2 pumps of brown sugar.
Okay.
And can you repeat my order?
Of course, ma'am. So I got the grande hot chai tea latte with 2 shots of espresso, made with oat milk and 2 pumps of the brown sugar.
Yeah, and that's it. At 180 degrees, please.
Of course, ma'am. Anything else?
That's all, ma'am.
All right, we'll see you at the window. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. You trying to be funny, calling me ma'am, because I asked you to repeat my goddamn order. What you talking about extra? Extra what, girl? Extra what? Just do the order like I tell you. Extra what? You trying to be creative and cute in the morning. Don't do that. Call the order back. My damn nerves, ma'am. Okay, I got your ma'am. I got your man, bitch. But the one thing that he said that I heard when he first came on, he was like, you guys didn't honor me. And that is I don't understand how y'all can sit up in a church and let somebody talk to you like that. I just don't understand it. And it really goes into like the culture. Like when I listen to the way that we talk, like even when I get upset down here and I'm talking to the camera, I get very upset and I holler. And that's not the way to communicate. It is not the effective way. Some people are moved by that and some people it resonates with. But not everybody resonates with somebody talking crazy to them. I don't be talking crazy to y'all. I just talk in an elevated voice. So y'all can understand the severity and the urgency of what is being said to you. But that's standing, if somebody down, they calling you, telling you broke, telling you don't have enough money to support me. And it's just like, how dare you? How dare you? And these people sleep fine at night. And the crazy part is that people are sitting there affirming what he's saying. He's talking about you. And how are you up there clapping, talking about, I was like, girl, what's happening here?
Y'all can't afford it no how.
Wait, here we go.
See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted, because of how you've been honoring me.
How you been honoring me? We're going to come back. How you been honoring me? That's the first thing I heard. I was like, oh, you want somebody to worship you. You want people to actually go against their word, because the word says don't worship. But then I'm sorry to bring it up, but y'all don't understand how that subconsciously correlates with how you deal with men in society. These people want to be worshipped and honored like God, and want you to give them money. The best thing that you could do if you want to give tithes is to give it to charity. That is what it's for. Not giving it to some man so he can stand up in front of you and talk to you like a goddamn dog. Like you got fucking tails. How embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. Like, girl, y'all sitting there talking about, what? I tell you, it goes into the way that we talk to each other. But I think a lot of people were in the comments were just like, absolutely not. You're not going to be able to talk to me crazy. I would have said, baby, let me tell you, you don't want Erica. You don't want Erica in church, okay? Hold on. Okay, ma'am. All right, ma'am.
Hey, good morning.
Hi.
It's going to be 8:45. Go ahead and tap it in, sir. Thank you.
Good morning. How are you? Good. Thank you. You too. So let me put my card down because y'all be in the comments scamming. I know they checking the Pete lady. Get out the street. Get out the street. Y'all with your PPP loans. You guys bong out. Girl, what is going on in the world today? What is going on in the world today? Girl, it's a mess. Well, let's listen to this pastor cuss y'all out real quick. That's why I can't be. My mouth is not set up to be talked to like that. It's just not. That's why things like when people start talking to me crazy in relationships and stuff like that, I just can't deal with it because my mouth, oh girl, absolutely not. And then for a man, just a regular ass man, to be on stage talking crazy to me, oh baby, I would have said something crazy and walked out. I would have said something loud and crazy and walked out. Since you want to put on a show, because whoever was recording him, shout out to you. And whoever posted it, shout out to you. Then he had to come out and apologize. Oh, look at the nurses. They're going into the Alzheimer's Center. I've been wanting to go in there and see if I can volunteer. But yeah, so girl, let's listen to him because he was cussing y'all out. Come on, girl, what's going on? Here we go.
See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted because of how you've been honoring me. I'm not worth your McDonald's money.
No.
I'm not worth your Red Lobster money.
Absolutely not. Who are you?
I ain't worth your St. John mid. Y'all can't afford it no how.
No. Look at him. Listen to him.
I ain't worth y'all Louis Vuitton.
No.
I ain't worth your Prada.
Nope.
I'm not worth your Gucci.
Nope. He's talking about, come on. Come on.
Mother, oh, I'm saying this, and I promise you, Deaconine, it's not with respect of want. I'm saying it because I want you to understand just what God is saying. I even found out that Movado, you can buy a Movado watch in Sam's.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
And y'all know I asked for one last year. Here it is the whole way in August. I still ain't got it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters. See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted.
The person in the back, the hype man, the hype woman, and y'all not going to tell me that the way that women view men is not correlated with the religion that they practice? Come on. You're not going to tell me that. Because there's no way that a man could sit up there and have a conversation with you in that way and talk to you in that way, and you sit up there and affirm him. You're affirming him. And then when he says you could have bought a Movado at the damn Sam's Club, yes, you can. Bitch, well, what did you buy him? Shit. And y'all around here worshiping these men and honoring these men. Girl, I'm about to tear my shit up. Girl. And then he came out to apologize. Here we go.
I offer no justification or defense. That moment was mishandled and mismanaged. I deeply regret this moment, and I solicit your prayers and your forgiveness as we grow forward. Thank you. God bless you. Go with God, and He'll go with you. My actions and my words are inexcusable. Sincere apology to you today. No context could erase the words I used. I apologize to all who have been hurt, angered, or in any way damaged by my words. The zeal of any presentation must be tempered.
Girl, I'm not listening to you lying anyway. You a lie. You a lie anyway. Lying. You're a liar. And then you want people to honor you. But it's not just him. It's just the whole culture. It's the fact that people are sitting there and listening to him and affirming him and encouraging him. That is a level of mental enslavement that must be unlearned. There's no way for anyone to think and to even position themselves to even think that what he said and what he did and how he spoke, like all of these pastors, remember that pastor that spit in his hand and wiped his spit on somebody's face? They want to see how can I talk to these people? How can I abuse these people? It's no wonder the ones who have the most faith are the ones who are just out of their minds and able to be talked to any kind of way, mistreated any kind of way. And then when you come out with a song that says, I'm free, I was born free, then you have another pastor who was silent about everything, about a whole bunch of other things, but you want to get up in your pulpit standing behind a cross and tell somebody that what the song, the fact that they use the sample is sacrilege. That makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. Nobody should be in his church. I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't go back. I would not. Oh, girl, what is the problem? Here we go. He don't need to be standing in front of nobody's church. He doesn't. I'm trying to see the light. Drop it like a thotty. Drop it like a thotty. Oh, I don't know. It's crazy. It is so crazy. You just don't let people talk to you like that. And this man is standing up in front of a church talking to people crazy like that. And the fact that it's not him. You are there's no, I don't know what kind of religion would tell you. I guess the religion that tells you to turn the other cheek. It's like let somebody talk to you like that. And then the crazy part is, if someone were to go against that man and talk about that man, there will be other men and women in the church that will be ready to fight. Baby, I remember when Bishop Eddie Long got caught up in the shit he got caught up in. Jamal Bryant's whore ass is down there now. Yeah, you heard me right when I said it. I remember, because I lived in Atlanta at the time, and people who went to his church that I worked with, they refused to talk about it. They were embarrassed. They didn't want nobody talking about their pastor. I saw two women get into an argument nose to nose about a fucking pastor. Don't talk about the man of the word or whatever they say. What? So that means just because he's teaching you the Bible, that you somehow feel that he's anointed in some way and you're not? You're not anointed just like he is? How did he get the special gift? What about him is so fucking special and that you're not as special as him? And then y'all sit in churches that tell you that women can't be pastors and all this other stuff. Ain't no way you would, I'm telling you, anything that tells you that a man is higher than you, a man is better than you, you are sub to a man, reject all that fucking shit. That shit is not serving anyone. ASAP Rocky charged with 2 counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm from February shooting in Hollywood. We talked about this the other day. This is Rihanna's child's father. Are we going to tell her that she should have chose better? Is that what's going to happen? She should have chose better. Somebody said she didn't have a baby with that other man because she didn't want to end up like Janet Jackson. Girl, I forgot who said that. But that's your man, honey. She gonna be taking pictures with like wifey. Remember when Sheree went to the jail? Girl, that is so, when I tell you, that was probably one of the lowest points of my life. Like, literally, is like going to visit somebody in jail, like, who doesn't even deserve anybody. Like, such a humiliating thing as a person supporting somebody and going to, and not like a love interest. I wouldn't do that. Maybe a family member, and that's about it. But going to visit a man in jail, don't do that. That's like the most humiliating thing to do. To me, it is. That I was humiliated. I would. I never. It's so funny, and that's the one thing that I think is important when you are looking. You like when you're looking for a partner, before you decide, it's like not worth it, the headache before you, so as you grow into your womanhood, there you're gonna try out relationships, right? You're gonna have different relationships with different people, and there might be a time where you decide you want to kind of like write down the type of person you want to partner with and their qualities. And I remember distinctively when I realized that what you put out, you will get. Like, I recognize that with my children's father, because everything, because this is when I realized how powerful the way that I manifest, it was very powerful, because I received everything I said I didn't want. I didn't understand at the time when I was literally writing down what I didn't want. Do you understand? So you have to get away from what you don't want. You have like all the red flags that you don't want, but what you want to do is focus on what you do want, because the universe will bring you what you don't want. And because I journaled until men started going through my things and violating that part of me. So I'm back to journaling. Like, it's been gradual, but not like, honey, I used to have a journal books, like a whole fucking year, books. I got rid of all of them because a insecure, nosy man went through all of my journals and then decided to throw the things in my face that he read in my journals. Yes. So, like Oprah tells Gail, burn them all. We don't need nobody to see nothing. But before I used to keep journals, I would write down when I was going against my soul and I thought I wanted to be in partnership with somebody, I wrote down all the things I did not want in a partner. And I got that. I got everything that I didn't want. I got that. And for a very short, like I said, I don't stay long. Okay, bitch, I don't stay long. And for a short amount of time, that's how I know my sons were supposed to be here, because I wasn't with their father for a long time, did not stay with him for a long time, had them kids back to back. And I tell you, and I used to have a lot of regret, because I remember writing down what I didn't want and then realizing and looking up and realizing, oh, that's how powerful you are, girl. You need to write down what you do want. So I made a different list, and it's not just it's what I want people in my life to be like, not a partner. I want my friends to be like that. I want the people that I am doing business with to be coming from a heart-centered space. It's just a lot of things. And so that I say all of that to say, when you write down what you don't want, and you know all the red flags of what you don't want in a person, no, focus on what you do want, so that energy and that vibration is emitting out from you. You understand what I'm saying? ASAP Rocky, Rihanna, what did you like? We always go back to like, what were your options? What were your choices? Why did she choose this man, knowing what she knows? Like Rihanna has said, and it's really unfortunate, because I feel like A lot of this is what cripples a lot of black women when it comes to partnering, is they want black children, and so they wait around for a black man, and then they get a black man, and then look at him, because she was with another guy for a very long time, and he was very wealthy. We don't know what his personality was. We're not really sure. But then you come here with ASAP Rocky, who gives me that he's not very mature. Still seems like I don't know. It just seems like he's very immature in just even though he's been all over the world. He just seems very immature in the way that he views the world. It's very childish. And it's like playing with guns, and like I get the feeling like he's the type of person, like when he shoots a gun he starts laughing. Like that's what ASAP Rocky gives me. Like like a joker type of person, like immature, that's what he gives me. And Rihanna got with him, this she's a billionaire, right? And she gets with this guy, and we're not talking about his assets, we're talking about his level of maturity, his emotional intelligence, and his ability to resolve conflict. To me, that's a testament of a person's personhood, is when they are able to resolve conflict with regulated emotions, or you're running around shooting people because they don't agree with you, or your fries are cold or something like that. And it's like, this is the dude that she chose. But it just goes back to this, it's a cultural thing. And like, it's a cultural thing, because look at Nicki Minaj. Look at the choices, and then you say, like, women who look at them, they're like, okay, so you had a pool of men that you possibly have access to. Why would you choose a Ken Petty? Why would you choose an ASAP Rocky? Why? I know, like I said, I know Rihanna wanted black kids. She said she wanted a black child. But I don't know. I don't know. And I don't care that she's married to him or not. Like, I don't care about that. I just care about like the fact, the thing that matters is that he's there for the child and her and all this other stuff. That's the thing. But I wouldn't even marry him if I was her. Absolutely not. So good luck to Rihanna. She's gonna be going up to the jail visiting people. Don't do stuff like that. Like, that's not, I'm sorry. If you're gonna go to jail, you got a year. You had a year tops. This today is, you got a weekend, 72 hours, and then it's over. It's over. Remember, okay, I just mentioned the guy who shot somebody over the fries. It says, neighbors, how, this is from Neighborhood Talk. Neighbors, now how could you play yourself like this? The murder suspect on the run in Georgia was arrested by officers he called on employees at a local McDonald's over an order of some damn cold French fries. According to Global News, Antoine Sims got into a heated argument with the workers at the local fast food chain in Kennesaw, which ended with both parties phoning the police. The police arrived on the scene. Antoine said that he and his fiancée were waiting for their order, which seemed like it was never coming because, hello? Okay, bye. Bye-bye. Can never find nothing. Aquariuses can't find shit. Don't sit in Aquarius to find anything. They can't find a damn thing. Anyways, where were we at? What was we talking about? All right, so Antoine decided to ask one of the workers about the status of their food, which he had been sitting and waiting on the counter by that time. They're lukewarm, but they're not hot, he said to one of the officers. I just asked if we can get some fresh fries. One of the employees offered Antoine a refund. He rejected it because he said he didn't show up. It won't show up in his bank account for a few days. A fast food staff claims Antoine threatened and cursed at them. I don't ever want him back here, the manager told police. I mean, dude's obviously on probation, out on bond, got on an ankle bracelet. Once the restaurant officers told he's no longer welcome, he was asked to sign an acknowledgement. He became irritated and asked if he's under arrest, and the cop said, yes, you are. And then he said, I called the police. Well, you shouldn't do that if you have a warrant, the officer tells him, which then sends him running.
What's up? Basically, we went in there, purchased some food. I guess it's something wrong with that server.
This man is bold like that he has murdered somebody. And then he called the cops because his fries were cold. At least he didn't go in there and shoot the person like the other guy whose fries were cold. Crazy. I saw that clip with Orlando Brown. Orlando Brown reminds me of my cousin. I have a cousin. He reminds me of him. Just the way that, just his whole look, just the way he looks, the way he's talking crazy. He reminds me of my cousin so much. I was looking at Orlando Brown like, girl, talking crazy, saying that Puffy got the oosh goosh manoosh, goosh boosh kaboosh. And then he was like sitting there like, And then he looked at the person that was interviewing. I'm like, something is wrong with him. Something is wrong with him. Something is wrong with him. And that's it. Something's wrong with him. A lot of these men are running around with undiagnosed mental illness, but they won't go to the doctor because ain't nothing wrong with them because they perfect. What's wrong with you? Tevin Campbell opens up about coming out as gay. Says he wishes that society was open in the 90s, as it is now for artists like Lil Nas X. But he loves that he can be fully himself. I love my fans, but what they think about my sexuality has no importance to me.
Some girls tweeted something like, I had a talking to my mom and she told me that so-and-so and so-and-so and Tevin Campbell were gay. Help me. And I was like, well, Tevin is, and put the rainbow emoji. Yeah. But it was just a casual thing to me. I don't care what people that I don't know or I will never meet. I love my fans. But what they think about me and my sexuality is of no importance to me. Like it's
very good. No importance to him. And I said, what's really sad is that Luther Vandross and Whitney Houston died not being able to experience their full identities because society, y'all, didn't allow it. Everyone should be able to experience this existence in its full spectrum and capacity. Unfortunately, society creates too many unsafe spaces, including households, for this to happen. So happy for Tevin. That's what I said. Because y'all don't make a safe space for people. Y'all be homophobic, and that's what I'm saying. It's like Whitney Houston, y'all kept denying it. Oh no, she wasn't. It's like, yes, she was. Luther Vandross, yes, he was. And because of y'all in society and church and everything else, they can't even live in their full truth. And they died. Can you imagine dying and not being able to live in your full truth? Can you imagine dying in chains? Dying with your mind in chains, dying with your sexuality in chains, dying with your happiness in chains. Like, no, that's absolutely not fair. And it's not fair that our society doesn't create safe spaces where people can live in their truth. Just like I posted Tracy Anderson to my page, and I'm going to leave with this because there was other things I wanted to talk about, but I guess we'll have to come back. There's a lot of hot topics, but we'll come back. But I wanted to, I'll put it at the end of my video. It's Tracy Anderson. She's a choreographer. She has the Tracy Anderson method. You probably heard of her, but I was like on her IG last night and I came across a video, and I think it was like an interview that she had did, but it was like chopped up, and it was one part of her interview where she said something so true, and I'll play it at the end of this video. So anyways, y'all, take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments.
Manager of it, and everyone can get heard. Everyone can get heard, but you have to create the balance where there's the imbalance, right? No one should be feeling like they don't know where they fit in a system when the system is just not healthy. On every level, it's not healthy. These systems are not healthy, and they need to be dismantled for people's health, right? For their right and their freedom to be who they are and be comfortable in their own skin.